Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at support and resistance. So support and resistance are price zones where buyers and sellers enter the market. Think of them as ceilings, so a ceiling here, and floors in the market here. Again, an area where the market bounces and goes back up. A support area is a level where buyers have shown in the past that they've entered the market. So you can see here, it's come down to this level. Buyers entered the market, pushed that market up. Likewise here, pushed it back up. Now, if that level is broken, it then turns into resistance. So you can see here, that level has been broken. So the floor then becomes a ceiling, and this is where sellers enter the market. One of the great things about support and resistance is price showing you exactly where buyers or sellers have in the past entered the market. Now, how do you identify support and resistance? So here we've got cable, the pound versus the dollar, and we're going to put a few levels in. So put the horizontal level. So we basically want to identify where the market in the past has bounced. So I'd say you can see what here, but again, these aren't exact levels. So this isn't just a 132.52 support level. It's more of a zone. So every time the market has come into this zone, you can see that it's reacted. It's found support here, support. It's found support a few times here. It's broken through and been rejected and bounced through support, and it's finally triggered off. Now let's find a few other levels here. Again, so you can see we found a bit of resistance here, found resistance here, then finally broke through, and this is where it's become support. So again, this is where it becomes more of a zone than an exact level. So you can now see that the market is trading between these two levels, breaks above it, and then trades just above it here at the moment. And again, we've got another resistance zone, apologies, just here as well. Now this is one way of drawing support and resistance. There are a couple of other ways that we can identify support and resistance levels. One being previous rejections, which we've just talked about. So these are rejections of these levels. Another one is swing high and swing lows. So when you see a market trending higher, I'm just going to get rid of these so it's a bit easier to see. When you see a market trending higher, so we've got a really nice uptrend here, for example. So I'm just going to draw that out. And what I mean by an uptrend is a market that's making higher highs and higher lows. Now the reason I'm drawing this out is because we've got swing highs and swing lows, and these highs and lows, these can be used as support and resistance levels. So each one of these lows here can use as a support level, and vice versa these highs as well. Other ways we can identify support and resistance: big round numbers. The market loves big round numbers. So you can see here 135, 136, 134. These are big areas that the market does tend to bounce off. These are psychological levels. So if we draw a few levels on these round numbers, you can see that it has reacted here. So we found a little bit of support, a little bit of resistance. Resistance here, resistance, resistance. You know, it's tried to get through this level a few times and broke and come back through. Even yesterday, you can see it came up to this level 135 and rejected it. Round numbers, often a good place to look to enter trades and put stop losses behind them. How do you draw support and resistance? So if we go to, let's go to a daily chart, see what a daily chart looks like. So one of the ways I was taught to draw support and resistance is either at the very high of the candles and where they close. So you can see here, just here, this is one zone because it's where the market closed and it's the high of that day. So likewise up here, you can see the very high here, and we've got a zone here. So anything in that zone becomes a sell zone whilst we're below it. Anything above this zone becomes a buy zone whilst we're above it. Right, so that's it for today's support and resistance. If you've got any questions, do drop them in the comments and we will see you in the next one.